I look classy. Don't act so sassy. I'm the man, boo. That's with or without you. With what your say. Show me what that.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. The Bills continue to move through the season and want to find a way to secure win number 3 on the year. It's the Buccaneers going up against the Bills.
Larry, we're just about 4 miles off the shores of Lake Erie at New Era Field in Orchard Park. The folks in Buffalo love their Bills, and a moment ago they entered to the delight of this sold-out crowd. They're set for football as their Bills will do battle with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First down, Winston. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin, and it's second down.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
Second down following the incompletion. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Second down, Martin. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. They'll need to get the play off quickly. On third down, Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. So they took a shot there on third down. Couldn't get coming in carrying the losing streak. Not the start that they were looking for. 3 and out on the opening drive.
So now everyone's looking at each other. And what I mean by that is, who's going to make the right play? Who's going to get us out of the doldrums? Who's going to get us out of this funk that they're in right now? They've got to find someone who will make a play, create a play, and get their confidence moving in the right direction.
It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. Left side caught by Matthews. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Now the 4th-year man from Texas A&M, Christine Michael. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. It's almost a tendency breaker.
Now Taylor to throw. It's complete to his tight end, Charles Clay. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. They go play action here on first down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll be second down. And the D looking like they may blitz. Here with Michael. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook. Go play action. Toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
From the red zone now, here's Taylor on first down. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Jordan Matthews, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills have taken the early lead. You have to imagine for a team that's lost 3 straight games, scoring first in this first quarter has to feel pretty good.
It has to feel great for them, and also it's a nice signal to the rest of the team, because we talk about complementary football all the time. So they've now signaled to the defense, now signaled to the kicking game, hey, we're here to play in this one. We're going to do our part. Let's see if you guys will do the exact same, and we can break this losing streak.
Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. On first down, it's Taylor. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have to contend with a 3rd and 13.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Third and long, it's Taylor. Over the middle and caught by the tight end Clay. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Taylor to his big tight end Clay for the Buffalo first. And they're definitely showing blitz here. On the ground, it's Michael. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
They go to Michael again. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. And it's an early lead there for the Saints. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Now it's a bootleg with Winston. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. First down, here's the run with Martin. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. In motion, the tight end. They run it again with Martin. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Shotgun, it's Winston. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Needed 13. They got 14 on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And now loose football. Fumble. Martin lost it. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
A gain of 3, second down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. On second down, here's Taylor. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
3rd and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. A reminder later tonight, a game some folks have had circled on their calendars since the schedule came out in April. That's the Super Bowl rematch. Falcons, Charles, at Foxborough to take on the Patriots.
Super Bowl 51.5, anyone?
Then on Monday night, that's no slouch either. An NFC East battle between the Redskins and the Eagles. Jameis to throw it. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. On second down, Winston again. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Jameis now on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to find O.J. Howard, and now it's second down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. So their move is to decline that so they don't get another second down. It'll be third.
So that has to tell us that they're pretty confident in their third down defense, right?
Absolutely. Whether
it's their sub package or nickel package, whatever they want to run out there, they feel like they can defend here on third down. Extra DB on the field for the Bills here on third down.
Yeah, maybe thinking pass. First half. Back to Buffalo after this. And if they want to keep this drive alive, they'll need 8 yards here on third down. They'll throw again. Winston. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Jerry Hughes in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. Second quarter in Cleveland. And it's the Browns out to the early advantage. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This will be taken at the 10. So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now Taylor on first down. Trying to lay one up deep. And this will be caught at the 30. A big play here for Buffalo. 42 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down.
Let's go. Brian 38. Brian 38.
To throw is Taylor. To throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. A big hit. Knocked down sideways at the 21-yard line.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
3rd and 2, now Taylor. And Robinson with a big catch. Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Winston now after the fumble recovery. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Perry Riley. And they will take over with a football just outside of the 10 at the 12-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
How many times when we see an incomplete pass, we just look at the receiver and say, should have caught that one. That was a drop, and we just put it on the offense. How about a little credit for the defense there? They just forced an incompletion.
Yeah, especially after starting in a tough spot defensively, but a good start there on first down.
That give them a little extra confidence there, starting, as you said, in a tough spot and being able to make a play on first down.
And his throw here is incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Here's Taylor to throw. And now another one thrown incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
And Hauschka's kick is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. It's a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they get the field goal near the end of the first half to expand that lead.
Yeah, that's got to feel good, but they can't let up. Now on the kickoff, they've got to make sure they don't give up a big return or big yardage to set up the other team for one last chance to score themselves.
And now running right through him. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Now Tre'Davious White on the return. What a spin. Another spin. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because
Allen Robinson, kiss him goodbye. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Allen Robinson, 78 yards. And the Bills will extend their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Here's Martin as they begin on the ground. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Play clock winding down. Now Jameis on second down. Now he'll let this one go. Deep left sideline. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
Third and long for Winston. Going up top. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a fourth down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded at about the 28. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On the carry, Michael. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Out of the gun, it's Taylor. Being chased out left. Got some real estate inside the 30. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
On 2nd down, Taylor. Left side here, caught by Clay. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
I know. That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
On 3rd down, it's Michael. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
And I don't quite know what's happening here. It's a 1st down, but the field goal team is out onto the field. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
Now after the made field goal, Hauschka back out onto the field to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Preston Brown. From his outside linebacker spot, he comes up to drop him for a loss of 10. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. From the gun, Winston. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Jerry Hughes in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there. A 40-yard punt, no return, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
10 yards still left on 2nd down.
Here we go.
Play action. Now Taylor. Wiggles free, and he is going to be run down. What a disaster there. A huge loss. Robert Ayers. He's the one that runs him down, and my goodness, that will be a huge loss on the play. The Bills on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be third and forever. From the gun, it's Taylor. Going deep here for Matthews. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's fourth down. Here's Colton Schmidt now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. With it is Jackson. 12 yards on the return that time, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. On the NFL scoreboard, third quarter now in Lambeau, and that one is now a 2-touchdown lead for the Packers. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Now a play fake here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And some room to maneuver. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Buffalo. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And some options here for the offense on 2nd and 2. Working out of the gun, Winston. Eluding the pressure right. And I think the ball's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
They'll run it. Here's Martin. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. Here's Brian Anger now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. He got 29 yards that time.
Here we go.
Throwing now, Taylor on first down. Man open right side, it's the tight end Clay. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On the run, this is Michael. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football. They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on third down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it, stuffed them for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds, and they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
2nd down, Winston. Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick, and they will have the football deep in enemy territory all the way at the 10-yard line. And now what the heck is this? A punt formation from the red zone? Schmidt on to punt as he sends it away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. So out come the Bucs now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Following the penalty, Martin. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Martin. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the fourth quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
Play fake to Martin. Now Jameis. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Winston. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. And now Winston wants to talk this one over as they'll take a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Now Winston. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. The Bucs on 3rd down. Lacking much success. Just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Jameis again. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
The Bills getting set to go. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner, and just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. So 2nd and 10 here.
Here we go.
Taylor going to throw it. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jonathan Newsom leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Third and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
They have gone to the 4th quarter, by the way, in that game in Cleveland. Late stages, and the Titans now out in front. A win would be just their 2nd of the year if they can hold on. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost.
And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Sam Shields.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And now what the heck is this? A punt formation from the red zone? On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And they'll indeed take a knee. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for Buffalo, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll get another home date next week as the Raiders will come to town. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, things are definitely going south quickly as they fall now to 1-6. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Carolina Panthers. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Bills are victorious as we say so long from Buffalo.
So watch and learn. I heard a voice of his broken hymn saying, none that this is who I